Hi there, you're watching Josh's Happiness, and I'm your host. Hi there, you're watching Josh's Happiness, and I'm your host, Josh Avenden, or not. So from the last video, which you probably watched, if you haven't, go and watch it now before you watch this one. I've insulated out the rest of this van. Hold on a minute. Cons of having your camera in manual. So, all the walls are done, which you saw from the last video. I've insulated these out, insulated these out, insulated that out, insulated that out, insulated all of these out, insulated this out here. Just got out again because it was a bit white. And I've done all the way into the front, as you can see there. And what I've done is I've taken the passenger seat out. Now, this is a double seat. The bottom bit's going to be useful because I'm going to put my batteries and stuff underneath it. So I'm going to take this piece off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another seat. I'm going to try and not use leather seats, but if they're the only ones I can find, I will use leather seats. So I'm going to strip these off, and then I'll mount my other seat on there. And then this side, I'm going to build like a centre console out of pallet boards. So that should look pretty sick. Put this on the tripod. Lovely. I haven't got enough light to do this today, so I'll do that another day. So I'm going to start up high because I want a full board up here. If I start down the bottom, then up here there'll probably only be like a little bit of a board and it will look wank. Now, electrics. One thing that I said I haven't forgot about is electrics. Now, electric wise, I'm not going to sink the electrics inside behind the boards because I want it to look as steampunk and as rustic as I can, just vintage, I suppose. A bit like walking into All Saints shop. So basically, that's not an ad deal, by the way. I don't shop at All Saints, but I like the stuff. So it's going to be like really fiery golden look boards, and then I'm going to do all the electric surface in metal conduit. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Galvanised metal conduit for electricians' use, for electrical use, electrical installation. I've used it all the time. I've got a bender and everything, and stocks and die and whatever. So I can make that up and put it in here. Now I've found some light fittings, some E27 light fittings that actually screw straight onto 20mm conduit. So I'm going to make my own light fittings, and I'm going to use like a vintage LED. They're like 3 watt, which is insane. But they have like a spiral effect LED filament in them, and they're dimmable as well, so I'll be able to set the scene in it. So I'm going to do those, and then I'm going to have like a galvanised metal clad socket, and then I'm going to get brass sockets from a hardware shop somewhere or online, find some like vintage ones, and then I'm going to put those on the metal clad sockets, so there'll be a contrast of like gunmetal grey and brass front. So I don't even know what I'm going to do. Let's just make it up as we go along. So I'm going to do one board up into here, down to here. So 52.5 inches. Millimeters, I don't know why I keep saying inches. Cool. Now, I was going to use my dad's other jigsaw because the one I tried to use in the last video is broken, but it turns out all the batteries for that jigsaw are in his truck and I couldn't be bothered to go and get them. So I went and bought a jigsaw. I mean, it was about 20 quid, so you know, no big loss there. From a hardware store, a very well branded hardware store at that. So this should make things much easier, and it's mine, so I can use it now for all sorts of different things, especially making bits for drift cars, because I do a lot of that as well. Stuff I don't really document. I might do some more videos on that in the future. Keep watching. The blades that come with them are crap. So I bought some decent ones. So this just slides straight in here, like so. Clip. Always read the instructions when you buy something new. It's so soft. It's not cool. First board in. As you can see, this is going to take ages. Next board I'm going to do a little bit shorter. They're probably 32. Curtain hair boy! Can't get it to stay back, it just keeps falling forward like a couple of curtains, like Tom Cruise? Or is it Leonardo DiCaprio? Anyway, I'm going to switch to time lapse now. The problem I have with, like, up in here is this bit kind of raises and follows the curve of the chassis. So I've got to try and notch the board out to make it fit into that curve right there. It's a bit better. I'm just going to go with that, I think. So that's the first line in. It's taken me quite a long time, to be honest. So this is kind of what the effect you're getting at the moment. So all the way along. And that's why I've gone for staggered, because it just has much better effect, and then it will be staggered all the way along. So the joins will not be in the same place. I will stagger them out and make it look awesome. Oh, sunset with a tree. I love trees so much. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Check that out. Right, that's the third row in, and they're looking awesome. You can see the effect now. You can see all of the knots in all the wood, and you can kind of imagine what it's going to be like when I'm going to burn them. So like I said, the gaps aren't massive, so the fire shouldn't technically get in. I'm only going to lightly burn them, so the flame won't be on the panels too long, so nothing should technically catch fire, but we'll see how we go. Now, as you remember, I had two sizes of boards, so I'm going to do the smaller size now. I'm going to do a couple of rows in a row of this, and then start staggering it out. But I don't want it to be like one size, next size, one size, next size, because it's way too engineered. So I'm going to keep it like varied and random. Right, I'm going to show you the process of doing these boards. So, let's move this little light outside so we can see what we're doing. Right, okay, so taking my measurement is 26 centimetres. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a board, of course. I'm going to mark 26 centimetres on it. Line this up in the saw. And then, because the edges of this board are very straight, 90 degrees, sharp, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to take the edges off with the flat disc on the grinder. So again, this is what a flat disc is. It's basically sandpaper that's staggered all the way around, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to a circular motion. And that leaves you with a board that kind of looks rounded over at the edges. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that's what it looks like, rounded off. And then obviously come back in the van, take a seat, and then line it up. So what I'm doing I change the board around, I turn it around and see what way it fits best to begin with. So it fits best the other way. And you want to kind of keep the board, bear in mind the bottom of the board, keep it straight, because you want the next row to fall straight. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done this, but from doing four rows, this being the fifth, you kind of get to know the knack of it. So all I'm going to do is just do that drill bit round and round, just to taper it in a bit, so that when the screw pulls in, it doesn't split the wood. So you don't have to drill the way through on these wooden noggins. But obviously, where there's metal this side, I will drill right through, like so, and then just work the drill bit round again like this, just so that the screw pulls in, it doesn't split the wood. Now I'm going to do a feature row of boards. So you remember those blue boards I had? Oh yeah, they're going in next. And if I've got enough, I'll do 2 rows. I'm ending today's video here because my camera's ran out of juice. I'm in my box of coziness at my mother's house. This is literally how I sleep. There's a mattress on the floor. I just get my laptop out, do my videos, watch a bit of YouTube. I don't need a television or anything like that. I don't need a bed. You can use all that wood to build sick road trip vans. Thank you for watching today. My name's Josh Ovenden. You're watching Josh's Happiness. And this is my van conversion series. If you've enjoyed watching this video and you've made it all the way to the end from the beginning, not skipped through, then make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed the whole video. If you haven't, make sure you watch the whole thing, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, or if you're new to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Drop me a comment, let me know if you've got any suggestions, what you think about the metal conduit. It's not something that I've seen done before, so let me know how you feel about that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video where I will be firing some boards up. I'm gonna try and kit out all the walls with the boards and the doors and stuff, so the next video you'll see me doing the roof, and then I'll be firing some boards, so you get to see what it's gonna look like properly. The board's quite white at the moment, so yeah. Stay posted for then. and I will see you soon.